Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Galactic Campaign. This is by G's and Black Cat. It's fully released out on Steam, currently $12 US. So, ordinarily, I would not play something that was this overtly political on the channel. I try to keep politics and stuff out of it because, you know, everybody's got their own jive. We'll just say that. So like whenever I see like the Political Machine 2018 or something like that come out, I tend to not cover those on the channel. However, in this case, this is sci-fi, and I think, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if I play this as like a super over-the-top ridiculousness, you might give me a pass. Because I kind of saw this. I saw this pop up on Steam, and my initial thought was, what if I went Palpatine on this game? So, without further ado, let's see if the game will even allow me to do that. So let's go new. Choose our leader. Oh, they all have names, eh? Del Jabrarian, Musa Bopar, Sun Uzati, Ubis, Raye Mouye, Vorak Neves. Let's see. Who is the most Palpatine-ish, would you say? I would say probably this guy. So let's take him. Oh, he's an Elgear. Great warrior and strategist, he won the 9 battles for Oritane's liberation after more than 100 years of Soot occupation. Okay, well, let's see what these guys say. Barech, eminent scientist. His research group is related to the origins of cloning and crossing of species, now banned on the so-called superior races since the incidents arisen on Eckerd 4. Zine is a prophet. He is convinced that the nucleus of each planet contains the secret of the birth of the different races. He founded the think tank Origin, which includes several billion members. Okay. Del Jabrarian is a humane, not a human, a humane. Daughter of a scientist, she started at a young age a political career, allowing her to participate in human slaves liberation treaties extended to all categories of people. That sentence means absolutely nothing. That was like a string of words put together that absolutely does not form a sentence. I've never seen a sentence that long that is not actually a sentence. So there you go. Musta Bopar is a Null. He's an ingenious scientist. He is the one who purified the waters of each planet via a process of achol dioxide, acting on more than 9,000 square kilometers of surfaces by destroying the waste and other pollutants. Okay. I'm getting the feeling that this has been translated to English because there's some weird adjectives and verb placements around here. Abalis, emissary, he travels the galaxy as a mediator, living on the margins of technology and science. He has more than 300 tattoos on the body, designating the number of conflicts he appeased. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, I think I'm gonna just stick with this guy because he's a warrior and a strategist, apparently. So you're immune to attacks of strategists for 100 days. Okay, so they all have different things. Your infamy rate is reduced by 50%. Okay, whatever. Alright, let's choose. Hello, I am your servant DTO69. I would like to congrats you for your application for the post of Supreme Chancellor. I wish you much success, and I will assist you a little in this adventure. For now, you are in the first position among your competitors. Try to keep this performance. For that, you have 100,000 credits and 100 days available for your campaign. Okay. The sector where you are highlighting... The sector where you are is highlighting. We invite you to go there. Okay. Your spaceship orbits around the planet where you are. Let's go. Okay. What are all these ones and stuff? I have no idea. Planet Oratan. A rocky planet with red sand burnt by the sun, too present and where the night falls only a few minutes, filled with caves where the Elgris live. It has long been part of the planets where the Preka, a rare and flexible metal, was collected. Today, its red sand, which can melt, is a mortal danger for who gets lost in one of the deserts of the planet. I'm reading what's there, friends. Native population. Here's a description of the planet's native population. It can help you identify its needs. It was not long before the Elgris were wiped out during the territorial conflict Rog against the Sunts. In an incredible uprising, they returned to the planet and got their honor back. They are decided to resume their place in universal expansion. Okay. My policy, the planet's aim. Okay. Well, okay, so these all are policies. So I guess this is... So the promises made to a planet are going to influence 5 gauges. Technology, security, spirituality, economy, and environment. Those are weird icons for all those things. Oh, I guess this is... Oh, that's hands. I thought that was a spaceship for some reason. Because that's hands. Because that's spirituality. I guess technology would be the cogs, right? Security would be the shield. Environment would be the acorn. And then this would be... economy, I guess? Question mark? Alright. That it would be nice if they had named them in this box the same as it is up here. Okay, is that... Do these have tooltips on them? No. No, they do not. That's fun. Fundraising, press conference, communication campaign. That's aim, communication campaign. So, fundraising? How would you like to raise funds? Meeting with local pundits 1 day, 850 credits. Lobbying with institutions 2 days. Or industrial pack 3 days, 4,250 credits. For now, your credits are... your crates are full. But if needed, don't mind raising funds. The longer time you spend on it, the higher will be your allocated credits. What do crates and credits have to do? Is 100,000 the most I can have as far as credits, or is it something to do with crates? I have no idea. Crates and credits are 2 different words. I guess I'm not gonna worry about that. Below, you'll find a ranking of the candidates on this planet. You are first on your home planet with 10 points ahead of the other candidates, and a few points ahead of the expectations of the planet. These points will change depending on your responses at a press conference or using a communication campaign. Alright, I guess we'll do press conference. During a press conference, a planet's representative come on your spaceship to compare their people's aspirations, pink bar, and your political promises. He will ask you 6 questions. A question will affect the highlighted themes. Depending on what your answer is, you will get closer or digress from the planet's wishes. The closer you are to a pink bar, the more votes you will get. You can use 2 jokers during your press conference if you find this risky question. The question will pass without effects on the gauges. Okay. Should we agree to sell our resources with a discount? Yes. I mean, the answer would probably be no. That's what they probably want to hear. But, we'll say no. Okay, that got us a little bit higher. We are thinking of building a pipeline that will cover the planet in order to channel our resources more quickly through a private financing. Do we have your agreement? Sure. We would like to let the surrounding nature be our greatest protector to the invader. We have your blessing. Surrounding nature, no. Okay. We would like our inventions to be more easily accessible financially. Will you help us? Sure. This chemical agent should allow us to get rid of our waste faster. Do we really have to get rid of it? I'm going to do a joker on that one. We want to stop the production of comm links. It is too complicated to manage despite the risk of an economic recession. What do you think? No, you shouldn't really stop the production. There you go. Wedding. We would like to suggest you marry our emperor's daughter. What? So we can link our peoples. It will provide a significant revival of popularity to your campaign. What? Oh, we just got an interesting offer from the inhabitants of the planet. Think about it before accepting because you can only accept 3 of these during your campaign. No. How about no? You have accepted one of the 3 circles of the accepted propositions. Just got... okay. Okay. That wasn't really English either. Communication campaign? What kind of communication campaign would you like to do? Communication campaign is an expensive way to precisely achieve people's wishes. You can choose one theme and increase or decrease its gauge. I guess we'll choose... So we'll choose this one here. Environment gauge, people's satisfaction. Okay. Let's do 3. Communication campaign on 1 day is 2,000 credits. So for 3 days it would be 6,000. That's a lot, but I have 100,000, so I think we'll be good there. So let's do that. Did that not work? I have no idea if that worked or not. Anyway. When I won't be here to help you, you will have 4 advisors. They activate themselves successfully after a few days of campaigning. The analyst allows you to know leaders on each planet, an advantage that will help you to dethrone them just by visiting the people in question. The analyst is available after 5 days. The geopolitician allows you to know exactly what to answer during a press conference. To manipulate the masses is a gift for some and a bonus for others. It is available after 10 days. The diplomat allows to avoid other candidates to hold a press conference or a communication campaign on the plans of your choices. Available after 15 days. Well, if you're ready to take risks or in a bad situation, use the strategist. The more impact the strategist has, the greater that risk is. Available after 20 days. Okay. The diary will help you to follow the latest news of the galaxy. Left side shows the important events of the campaign. The right side, there's a description of the planets, current leader and status, and also a shortcut to go there. Okay, so none of this is really jiving with me, but all right. We'll see what we can do here. I'm kind of upset that I can't just like make a Palpatine character and just go around and be like, you know, I will kiss all your babies and put food on all your tables and then we'll make this giant ball of death. We'll call it a star of some sort, and then we'll blow all your planets up so you don't have to worry about your starving children anymore, or something. Yeah, like I feel like I'm very shoved down a particular corridor here. I guess we'll go here. I inform you when the time passes, random events in the form of breaking news will impact every candidate. Each trip will cost you time and credits. It's time to move. I leave you the galaxy to try to convince them all. Good luck. It's your time. Okay. So it didn't explain what any of these symbols up top mean and why there's a 1 there. Or 2 there. Is that... Oh, these are the different candidates. Okay. What does the 1 or 2 mean? I have no idea. Let's go to Stellar Gate, I guess. And go here. Ekar, 4 days travel. Here are the different states possible for fundraising on the planet. For information, In green, you can lift a lot. In yellow, a little less. In orange, even less. And in red, it's a poor planet. Okay, and here are different possible difficulties to convince the race of this planet. Information in green. Okay, well, whatever. I guess we'll just, yeah. Will cost you 8,000 credits in 4 days. Yeah, sure, we'll go there. Oh, hello, MS Paint cockpit. Welcome. Special flash, new worlds for a better future. In any case, this is what the Gnolls promise on Alrond. Very close to the environment, they are constantly trying to pay tribute to it and have finally developed a cure to heal each planet from pollution after a test on Skabrak, the Prolerian planets, according to our sources, and within a few weeks vegetation would have appeared. It's an incredible leap forward. I'll take your word for that. Your droid assistant approaches you and tells you that the environment needs are disappearing thanks to the Gnolls. Don't be surprised if you don't see any measures relating to the environment anymore. Okay. Planet Ekar. Group of 5 orbiting moons around the planet Ekar, a minor planet resembling a gigantic prairie lined with a few rocky mountains and hills. Many non-native species wanted to settle there during the Great Maneuver 3 centuries ago. The Breches are known for sharing their knowledge without monetary exchange, essential for the advance of the peoples of the universe, which creates tensions with the cores. Since the last galactic law, each planet colonized by the Alliance must host a Brech for the purpose of a common increase in intergalactic science. Okay. So my policy and the planet's aim. Interesting. Oh, here's the tooltips I wanted before. Okay. So fundraising. Let's allow you with institutions. Okay. That seemed to work a little bit. Can I do the press conference now, I guess? We would like to pay our arrears with the mortgage of land dedicated to mining and a longer-term credit. Do you authorize this action? With land dedicated to mining and a longer-term credit, do you authorize this action? Sure. Somehow that economy went down? Will you allow children to train to become our soldiers of tomorrow? Oh, this is the highlighted one that's actually going to be affected. Okay. We allow children to train to become our soldiers of tomorrow. No. I should, honestly, if I'm trying to Palpatine this, I should have said yes. It is dangerous to make this race to technology. Can we go back to the basics of agriculture? No. Our prophet would like to bring his good words through your broadcast channels and send a message across the galaxy. Will you allow it? Fine. Can we raise taxes on our trade routes? Yes. Should we allow a mixture of culture at the risk of losing our spiritual foundations? Yes. The geopolitician allows you to know exactly what to answer during a press conference. To manipulate the masses is a gift for some and a business for others. Yeah. Okay. Communication campaign on security. Let's see if we can get a few more bouts in there. There we go. Good. Good, good. I guess that's good. Anyway, we're getting them closer, I suppose. Stellar Gate. So, what else do we have here? Amaris. Carologian. Falconeer. Convenient. Let's go there, I guess. Stay in this sector, but kind of do some stuff, I suppose. Okay. about the planet? Okay. Planet is a giant gaseous where the inhabitants live in stations and orbits but linked to its nucleus by a metallic structure to provide the necessary energy. These stations were built a long time ago by another race now extinct. The Hooverists believe in a strange god called the Altruist and think that the race that preceded them wanted to be the closest to heaven. They live on drugs imported from Lupuk and see in the Aurora Borealis an apparition and a message from their god. Wait, what Aurora Borealis? Aurora Borealis is native to Earth. Because I mean, it's literally a translation for Earth, right? It's not like a... Okay. To date, they never described the meaning. Whatever. I guess, where's the, analyst? Double effectiveness in communications campaigns. Do you know the exact impact of the questions during press conferences? 20,000 credits. I don't think I need him. Diplomat. To lock 3 planets to avoid any press conference. Oh, that's still, don't think I need that, honestly. The following advantage we'd like to suggest. Okay. Can I go back to where I was? Yeah, we're right here. Let's do a press conference, I guess. Can we create the altars to develop access to the faith of our people? Sure. We prefer to play the card of population growth rather than a technological advance one. Do you approve of our reasoning? No. If you grow your population without having technological advances, then you're going to run out of food, numbskull. Should we let nature spread and block the access to our temples? I'm just going to pass on that one. Our army could become a private militia. Private militias are more effective and, above all, more economic. Will you support this project? But private militias usually have an economic negative, right? Or, no, actually, I guess they would have an economic positive. But not as much of a... Yeah, it would be negative. It's probably going to give me a negative economic hit because you want government to be spending a bunch of money rather than private corporations. But no, let's try it. Oh no, they gave me both positive, huh? Should we enlighten our temples of VSI tubes at the risk that they burn and destroy our divine texts? Say no. I figured I would take their technology down a little bit. We should take military actions to resolve a territorial conflict. The intervention is going to improve safety, but risks to damage religious monuments. Should we intervene? Yeah. You really should. Okay. I think we're good there, though. Let's see what else we got. Let's go to this other planet. Kowloon. I feel like the game doesn't really give you that much in the way of customizations and stuff. Like, I was kind of coming into this feeling like I'd seen some videos of like people playing the political machine and stuff, and like it seemed like in that game there was a lot more customization and you could do some things and you could kind of like, there's a little bit more wheeling and dealing sort of. In this one it feels like there's one set track and you either go down one path or you go down another path. And there's not really all that much deviation so far as what I'm feeling. So I'm not sure I'm on board with that. Is it possible to keep the exclusivity of our technological patents even if the economic consequence might be heavy? See, patents are a weird thing. Exclusivity of our patents, even if the economic consequence might be heavy. No, it's not good. I'm already ahead on the technology thing there anyway, so. We have the possibility to invest in the Renewable Century program that includes the most profitable, effective, and green technologies of the galaxy. Should we invest? Sure. We're at war to defend our beliefs against our neighbors. Can we continue it? Sure. Why not? We would be 4 times more active taking droids to help our production. Can you get us an agreement? Yeah, fine. Sure, I'll get you anything you want. Just to vote for me. Boy, I'm sounding more like a politician every day here. Our ancient texts forbid us to create by science. Should we follow them? Since I'm already ahead on the technology, I'm just going to say yes there. Because there's no harm in saying no. We think our temples are better than your labs. Do you share this feeling? Sure. Just getting up to that line there. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I feel like this is... I have it set to medium difficulty as well. There is a difficulty setting on this. But I feel like this is... I'm getting a bunch of softballs here. Let's see. Amorous. Strategist. Well, if you're ready to take risks or in a bad situation, use a strategist. The more impact the strategist has, the greater that risk. Okay. So let's see what's about this planet. Amorous is a planet of granites, crystals, and agates. These suns orbit around her, or 3 suns orbit around her. One season in particular offers a magnificent show when the 3 suns line up. Lately, the melting the agate of this planet and mixing it with the sap of the tree has given birth to a powerful drug. Okay. The Modlus created a new drug, Reset, injected in the eye. It allows to live the most hidden desires in the form of hallucinations, so real that some are lost forever. We call this the syndrome of full reset. Subject is like lobotomized and stays... The subject is like lobotomized, like stuff, brah, and stays in his world until his death without ever taking a moment of lucidity. Okay. I guess we'll do a press conference. Tanks. Better equipped spaceships. Does it seem possible to you? Yes. Our economists calculated that the decrease of the Alliance's taxes by 1% would increase our transaction volumes by 5%. They're going to decrease the taxes. Oh, this is always one of those, isn't it? Sure. Our skilled diplomats should be enough to avoid any future conflict. We suggest decreasing the number of soldiers. Do you approve this suggestion? No. We are about to discover a paralyzing technology. Some scientists are scared that such a weapon can be turned against us one day. Should we continue our research? No. Do you allow the equipment of new blasters to our armies to defend our colonies? Yes. Can we turn our blasters into an impulse weapon for a greater impact? Yes. I feel like it's all softballs here. I mean, I'm not even halfway political, and I'm like, yeah, sure, do whatever you want. No, I care. Just vote for me, damn it. Okay. Let's do a communication campaign on their spirituality. See if I can get that up to there. There we go. All right. Sounds good to me. All right, let's go to a different place here. Let's go to the Meridian border. Accessible, travel 4 days. What is this one? This one's a very poor planet. Alright, let's go to the very, very poor planets. Not gonna be doing any fundraising here, that's for sure. Special flash, a world without information is a world without future. It's a strike like we've rarely seen. All the media are on an equal war footing. They all claim the same thing, a complete and independent freedom of expression. We need a chancellor quickly to change the situation. The electoral campaign has just been shortened by 20 days. Oh, great. What is that? I don't even know how long the campaign is. It's never even told me, has it? Oh, it's D minus 51. Oh, I see. Okay. There you go. Well, there you go. I guess we'll do another press conference here. Can we avoid investing time in researching new military technologies? No. After all these past millennia, if a divinity existed, a proof would have been found. Do you agree? I'm going to take a joker on that one. We are thinking of continuing to develop sound technologies to fight against pollution. Do you encourage this action? Sure. We are against any massive harvesting of our fauna and flora, whatever the economic purpose is. Do we have your support? No. You must clear cut everything. That's the engine of the economy, right? Meat goes in. Biology goes in, the meat comes out the other side. It's all what is that? Soy, not soy. Oh god, I can't think of the movie. Soylent Green. Yeah, it's all Soylent Green at the end of the day. Our elders have always pushed us to develop at best and increase our population more numerous and stronger. Do you agree? Sure. The Alliance forces us to finance such an educative project to inculcate the values of the Republic instead of our historical spiritual values. Should we accept that? Yes. Wow, they really hated that on both sides, didn't they? Okay, let's do a little communication here. That up there. Cool. Alright, well that helped a little bit, I would say, although I don't know how the other candidates are doing. Am I just in 5th place? Is that what that's saying? Like, what is this guy doing? I guess I've dropped down to 5th place because I was in like 3rd, right? I guess that's what it's telling me. Politician. Which I don't understand why, because I'm making all the lines go up, so I don't know what's happening there. Unless that's based on money. Let's go here to the alliance system. Maybe I need to campaign for a little bit in the alliance system. Alright, let's see more about this plant. A plant with gold and orange colors. We cultivate a rare spice which is appreciated throughout the galaxy. I have found Dune for its benefits in the body. Some consider this spice as a dangerous drug. I don't know, man. The spice must flow. The Turialas are considered as rich merchants, hungry for credit. They are skilled negotiators and rarely sell below 3 times the normal cost. Okay. Let's do a little fundraising, huh? Industrial Pact. That sounds good. Okay. We'll do a press conference. Should we invest again and again in the creation of war machines to defend our peoples? Yes. We think it's dangerous to let our daily lives be driven by technology. Should we delete them? No. Could we pay a tax for our protection rather than investing in complex armament? No. Could we organize a great spiritual meeting to unite our energies? Sure. Will you allow us to earn a lot of credits by charging the access to our meditation places? Yeah, sure, go ahead. We are going to launch a crusade so that the non-native species' spiritual ideas are not shared. Will you support us? Let's take a joker on that one. Okay, we've done enough there, I'd say. What else do we got? What is this? Joveld. We'll go there. Yeah. What is this planet? Joveld earned its fame at the end of Unification Wars, started 150 years earlier on the ruins of a despotism. A global galactic government is born, the Alliance. Several systems agreed to find a democratic league on the basis of a constitution that ensures fundamental freedoms. War as a means of setting political conflicts is officially outlawed. The planet is almost covered with water. The cores completed the hyperdrive developed by the wretches to make it accessible to anybody with a fair price and a recognized higher efficiency. Thanks to this technology, the inhabitants of the galaxy, cores in the lead, can now build a link of cross-regional trade routes, an essential prerequisite for the development of a global economy. Unfortunately for the cores, the wretches, empowered by their scientific monopoly, made the hyperdrive accessible to everybody free of charge. The hoped-for economic growth by the cores remains utopian. Okay. So I guess we'll hold a press conference here. Can we block the access to our open source software to protect intellectual property? No. That one hits a little bit too close to home. We think that we are about to discover a technological tool comprising of nanobots, which is able to purify a plant automatically. Should we continue our research? Yes. Did nothing for the okay, whatever. Will you support the creation of a special tax for any non-native species nationals who want to immigrate? Sure. Ecological preservation is our priority. Let's stop the extraction of rare metals. Are you in favor? Yeah. Still no bar here in environment, huh? Can you stop the blue energy research to preserve our environment? Yeah, I guess. Could we digitize and make holograms our ancient texts? Yes. New cell. We would like to suggest you try these new cells for Class 1 spaceships just like yours. Okay. Your next trip will last 1 day. Oh, nice. Okay. So... Algium, Medical Prime, I guess if my next trip's going to take 1 day, then let's just go somewhere that would normally take a lot longer. Let's go out to Corpus Prime here. What is this? Prodarius? Alright, we'll head there. Apparently I've now dropped down to 6th place. I don't know why. Special flash, zero tolerance. We learn every day that our politician friends use low blows to earn points. The Chancellor has set up an investigation unit that will do everything possible to catch manipulators of all kinds. You want to use your strategist, be careful. The risk to get caught is just increased by 25%. Okay. I haven't used them yet. I mean, I've been answering all the questions correctly, question mark? But it still seems like I'm down in the 6th place. I don't know why. I'm not sure why I've dropped all the way down, because I feel like I've done everything correctly, but I don't know. Where's the, I guess I want to look at the planet here. But there is a planet covered with magnificent islands. The water is temperate and the beaches are known to be the most welcoming in any system and is now one of the most touristic planets in the galaxy. Eris was colonized by the Jodias, transported there by mysterious pyramid ships. Oh, the Goa'uld, eh? They established themselves on the spot and developed a contemplative order dedicated to meditation and which serves no galactic organization. Okay. So, sure, let's do a press conference. Should we empty all our military warehouses and sell their contents at a loss? No. We lose faith in favor of an economic belief. Perhaps it is for the better? No. We do not want to import our neighbors' resources or export our raw materials. Do you support us? No. We would like to invest more in new military barracks to train our soldiers of tomorrow. Do we have your agreement? Yes. We are peaceful people despite our past conflicts. We would like to keep this image by refusing the importation of military technologies. Do we have your support? No. We would like to invest in spiritual temples. It can be a good investment. Do you agree? Yeah, sure. I mean, close enough. Close enough. It just says a draw. Is that what it's telling me here? Like whether I'm winning or drawing? Maybe I'm at a draw on all the planets. Maybe that's what's happening. Not really blowing socks off. Let's go. Vacation campaign. Let's do one there. And then we'll do I don't think I'm gonna go much higher on that one, but we'll try. There we go. Alright. So what else we got around here? Lupuk? What is this planet? It's a plant planet where we find and cultivate all the drugs from plants, flowers, and mushrooms. I found the planet of the high people. I found the planet of stoners. Made legal over the centuries by Alliance for medical purpose. Above all, they are exported across the galaxy in all civilized systems. They cultivate all types of plants to make remedies, mental tones, or drugs with more or less strong effects. Last century was very profitable concerning the development of new drugs. For the Gominos, the arrival of the new liquid drug, they see their monopoly collapse. Okay. We must rely more on the military force rather than divine force. Do you share this feeling? No. Can we delete computer networks? It will certainly cut us off from the world, but also any form of espionage. No. Will you approve the construction of a gigantic statue of our leader so that it can be visible from far away? I'm going to take a joker on that one. The enemy is probably right. Is it time to surrender and believe in their influence over our people? No. Must we accept that an artificial intelligence guides and teaches our people instead of our spiritual guides? Yes. We would like to sell our latest inventions in neighboring systems. Will you support an agreement? Yes. We would like to suggest you the services of our interpreter and geopolitician for a few days. It will help you to understand our needs. Sure, I guess. Geopolitician advisor is free of charge for 10 days. Okay. Not sure I really need any of these things, though, but I mean, I'm back up in the 5th place, so maybe I'm doing something right? Question mark. Alright, the planet Akalug. A welcoming planet, large forests and meadows with colorful and varied flora, slightly mountainous. According to a legend, the first forms of animal life appeared on the planet Akalug. Here again, theories go well to explain the birth of living organisms more and more complex, ranging from simple protozoa to conscious and intelligent species. Considered as very good diplomats, the Abelists, once adult, travel the galaxy in order to ease tensions. Almost all of their beginnings are unknown because they are one of the races that migrated the most in the galaxy, which makes it difficult to reconstruct their origins without written sources. His emissaries are said to be powerful fighters, but no one alive yet saw them at work. They have a new mystical tattoo for every conflict they resolve. They have a light gray smooth skin covered with mystical symbols, 3 lines on the skull, and have no nose. They only communicate by telepathy. Okay. So, press conference. Will you allow the import of quite dangerous chemical compounds from one of the neighboring systems? Yes, I will. The eldest think that new technologies kill our planet's spiritual waves. The Yocto Ondes directly compete with the Divine's ones. Should we stop our emissions in this spectrum? Kill our planet's spiritual waves? No. Do you allow the construction of automatic firing turrets in each city and region? Sure. I can see what impact it's having now because I got that advisor thing. As you know, a galactical scandal affects our planet. The Alliance's central administration claims us a tax miscalculated by our services in the last 10 years. Is an error that can cost us dear. Are you going to authorize this late claim? No. You authorize the closure of accesses to our temples and laboratories. Any foreign species? No. Testing this chemical agent in nature will allow us to open up new perspectives. Are you okay with that? Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm back up to 4th now. Interesting. Interesting and strange. Let's do a communication campaign on this. Let's see if I can get that up there. There we go. Okay. So I guess we'll head to Demirian sector, maybe? In Varanus. Let's try that. I'm trying to spread my wings around here a little bit. Spread my political poison, as it were. Planet Varanus. This planet is toxic and bears the after effects of scientific experiments that have gone wrong, to the point of having to build transparent domes to preserve their cities from toxic residues and radiations. These domes house entire populations that can contain several million individuals. Abandoning all forms of science, the Rajavis, mainly populated by females, devote themselves to the arts of combat. The ambitious Queen Despo Kalim Raj brings together a party of smugglers and mercenaries in order to export their talents throughout the sector. Okay. These ought to be fun to talk to. Our scientists want to continue their strike for the protection of the environment against some inventions. Do you support the strikers? I'm going to say no. Our beliefs are drowned from the environment of our planet. Can we preserve them? Yes. We're currently working on ion guns. Can we count on your political support? Yes. We are currently working on a Death Star. Can we count on your support? Yes. For the sake of comfort and habit, could we go back to an old interface on our administrative tools? I feel like some of these questions are things that are like only a programmer who's been in, say, non-gaming stuff would actually delve into. Like almost like an IT guy, but like not an IT guy, but a programmer, someone who understands programming. Because every time I see one of these come up, I have to smile a little bit. Can we go back to an old interface? No, hell no. We cannot go back to an old interface. We will not have spreadsheets to run other spreadsheets. You will learn. You will all learn how to deal with new UI stuff. I swear it. Our soldiers are stuck in a laboratory in quarantine following an accident. Should we abandon them to their fate? No. Which made no effect. Should we harness our primary resources to finish the work on time? Yes. Okay. Let's do a communication campaign on this thing. Get a little bit closer there. Pandemic of nanobots. We all know it. Nanobots are a danger if their artificial intelligence is too developed. We're paying the price today by an invasion in all areas. A particularly impacted area has just been in quarantine until the Bareches team can control the problem. The Alliance system area has just suffered the consequences following this pandemic. Movement, tax, fundraising, and communication campaigns are blocked. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Back down to 5th place, though. Yeah, I don't know. We only got 12 days left. I'll run out the clock here, but let's just see what we can do. So I'm not quite sure like what else they want me to do here with this. Like I'm getting everything close to the line. Apparently they want me to get everything above the line, which is fine, I guess, but it's like things are not really affecting the line quite so much as you would expect. Planet's description. Gajes is a cold black moon where the HY-20 manufacture their spaceships and their droid descendants is a fabulous arsenal, a gigantic force capable of converting the energy from the stars into materials. Following the law's votes by the Alliance to free the HY-20 and higher droids, they found refuge on Gajes with the aim of developing their culture and helping species to live in space. In fact, some people wonder if they're not working secretly to build a terrifying weapon to destroy any living race. Oh, they're right on my political spectrum, eh? Okay. So, let's have a little press conference with them. Let's have a little powwow. Can we power our weapons with renewable energy to preserve the resources of our planet? Yes. Following the announcement of the report New Breath, we will destroy all spiritual sites. They are no longer useful. We authorize the destruction. No? Do we have to introduce the teaching of our ancient writings in order to find new followers? Yes. Do we really have to develop our means of communication to make our voice heard by Alliance? It seems expensive. Yes, you do have to. Will you support the creation of a hologram of our divinity for the purpose of sharing it on our planet? Sure. Could we forbid the use of destructive technologies to resolve internal conflicts to the Alliance? No? I have no idea. Let's do a communication campaign on the military side there. And do that. Okay. How about this? How about one for that? It's not going up at all. What do I do there? It's just not going to go up any further than what's there. Okay. We only have 6 days left. Let's just, I guess, run out the clock a little bit. Maybe we can do some fundraising. And I dropped back down to 6th by doing some fundraising. Wow. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why I've dropped back down to 6th, but I have. There's only 1 day left. Let's hold a press conference. Probably the final one. We would like to launch a volunteer program to help conserve our planet. Is it a good idea? Sure. The more we create, the more profitable we are. Can we continue? Yes. Our debts are accumulating. By selling our latest inventions, we should get back on our feet. Will you find us a buyer? Yes. Returning to barter would be a much better bartering system. Do you agree? No. Should we increase our research into nanofuels? Yes. Should we accept the Trade Federation's tax? Yes. Oop, they're warping me back. New Chancellor is that guy. I got 3% of the vote. Points of good behavior. I was in 3rd. Favorable population, number of inhabitants. I was top on that one. Number of planets voting for each candidate. Only one planet voted for me. Portion of major electors. That's weird. Because I feel like I was getting all the bars up. But that's strange. That's quite strange. Quite strange indeed. But this is a generally strange game here. I was kind of expecting something a little more open-ended. This is more of a interactive novel, I would say, than sort of a Galactic campaign thing. It feels like there's only 2 choices for everything, right? Like, you got all these multiple choice things, and it feels like there's no... I mean, maybe there's some strategy in there, but it doesn't feel like it really explains what that strategy would be. And honestly, sometimes you do, like, you'll do fundraising, but then it'll have the opposite effect. Which I guess there's some kind of math going on behind the scenes there, but it doesn't feel very personalizable. It feels very, like I said, like this, just like a novella that you're just kind of, choose your own adventure, and that's about it. And you're not able to deviate too much. So that's kind of weird. If you're coming into this expecting something like The Political Machine or something like that, where you can kind of, there's a little bit more, perhaps a little bit more variety in what you could do, it's not here. There's not really a whole lot of variety from what I've seen. And honestly, I want it to be like an evil emperor guy who's like manipulating the masses, and there really wasn't a way for me to do that, because most of the answers were very rote and very generic. So that's kind of unfortunate. It's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I can't say that it's a particularly good game. It's just kind of, and for $12, I don't think I would recommend it. But I certainly am not, having done this one playthrough, I'm certainly not going to come back to it. So I don't know. It's up to you guys what you think based on what you've seen. The art's decent. The music is fair. I mean, I would say it's a little bit more. It doesn't quite fit the theme. I mean, it's certainly a sci-fi music going on, but it sounds like there's more like a driving theme here going on with this music than I would expect. Like, I would expect something a little bit more downtoned, sort of like strategic almost in the music choice. Like more like if you've ever played Uplink, like I was kind of expecting more of the music to be more like that, where it's like, okay, we're just kind of we're low beat. We're not really, there's not like action going on. It's more intrigue, and really this music should reflect that it's more intrigue. And this doesn't really. This feels more like, hey, there's an epic space battle going on kind of music. But whatever. I can only tell you what I see in front of my face, and this is what I see. And this, my friends, has been Galactic Campaign. It is by G's and Black Cat. It is fully released, out on Steam, currently $12 US. As always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.